Good day everyone, this is your Kuya CK and welcome to another video tutorial. So again, this is a lecture discussion regarding a specific topic, no? But before we dive into that topic, I just want to pursue you to subscribe our YouTube channel if ever na hindi pa kayo subscribe. And please click this like button dito sa video na to if ever na magustuhan nyo or may natutunan kayo with this content. Okay? I am currently 1.18 K subscribers and with 39 videos. Hopefully, mag-grow pa ang ating channel for the next days and years, months to come. Okay? And with your support, magiging possible yan. So without further ado, let's start our discussion because our topic for today is about closing entries, post-closing trial balance, and reversing entries. So tatlong topic na agad yung i-cover natin for this video because medyo maikli lang naman yung kanilang coverage, no? Or madali lang silang intindihin. So, sige, let's start. Start po tayo kay closing entries. Si closing entries, ginagawa siya kapag tapos na tayo with our financial statements. Or, ginagawa siya kapag tapos na tayo with our financial statements. Okay? So, first muna na kailangan nating tandaan or malaman is about the difference between temporary or nominal accounts and personal or real accounts. Pag sinabi natin temporary accounts, matik na agad na ito ay mga income statement accounts such as revenues and expenses. Meaning to say, itong mga accounts kasi na to ay hindi naman natin i-carry over yung mga balances nila. I mean, hindi siya magsistay dun sa mga accounts na yon, no? Yung mga balances. But rather, kino-close sila sa capital, no, ng ating business, okay, sa capital account. Whereas permanent or real accounts naman, ito naman yung mga nagtatagal sa ating business or yung ating mga balance sheet accounts, okay, such as assets, liabilities, and equity accounts. Okay? So, itong permanent or real accounts, kaya siya tinawag na permanent because nandyan lang yan. Okay? Hindi siya nawawala, hindi siya kino-close. And from the start ng operations ni business hanggang sa current date, nandyan pa rin siya, pero ina-update lang yung mga balances depending on the result of the operations na nanggagaling sa ating income statement. Okay? So, that's the idea between the temporary or nominal accounts and personal or real accounts. Whereas, ang pinaka-importante sa atin for the topic of closing entries ay itong mga temporary or nominal accounts. Kasi again, they are the ones who kailangan natin i-close, no, at the end of each period. Depending on the company. Ano bang period yan? Monthly or yearly, depende sa policy ng company. Okay? So, si closing entries, siya din ay tinatawag na closing procedure. Kasi yung mga temporary accounts nga natin, we transfer them or we close them in the capital accounts as a net result of the accumulation of of income, expense, and withdrawal transactions. Okay. So, again, yung mga temporary accounts natin, tinatransfer natin siya sa capital and si capital lang ang napupunta kay equity part sa balance sheet. Kaya si capital yung one of the examples of permanent accounts. Okay? So, yan. Si income summary, no? Siya ay ginagamit din natin as account title to summarize the accounts in closing the revenues, expenses, and withdrawal accounts. Okay? And then sa huli, tinatransfer natin tong income summary papunta sa ating capital account, no? Kaya diretso na, no? Capital na lang yung natitira at the end of the period. Okay. Itong mga closing entries natin, nire-record natin sa journal. And it is also important to post this to Ledger para na-update yung balances natin per account. Okay? Same lang siya with the adjusting entries. Ngayon, paano ginagawa si closing entries? Kapag nagko-closing entries ako, meron akong 4 na sections, no? Or hindi siya section, pero 4 na entry. Okay? 4 na entry. So, yung unang entry ko lagi is the expenses. It's all about expenses. Okay? Kunwari, ito yung mga account titles natin. Wait. Hindi. Wag pala expenses yung unahin natin, but rather revenue. Okay? So, di ba ang revenue, ang normal balance niya lagi ay, Ang normal balance niya ay credit. Di ba? Yan, credit. So, kapag initial entry natin, nagde-debit tayo ng isang account, tapos ang credit natin ay revenue account. Okay? Kasi yun yung normal balance. Pero pagdating sa closing entries, babalik na rin na natin siya. Okay? Ang gagawin natin, no? Kunwari ang revenue account natin ay service revenue. So, instead na i-credit natin siya, i-debit natin siya ngayon. Service revenue, essentially na sa sulat ko, no? Debit. And then, credit natin IC, income summary account. Okay? Yan. So, ganyan yung ating nagiging entry sa closing entries. No? Bakit natin siya dinebit? Kasi we wanted to zero out the service revenue. Okay? Pag dinebit natin siya, masi-zero out siya kasi ang credit nga yung normal balance niya eh. And at the same time, pag dinebit natin siya, nako-close siya sa ating income summary or napupunta yung value ng income summary natin sa value ng service revenue natin sa income summary. Okay? So, that's how we do the closing entries for revenue. Next naman ay for expenses. Sa expenses naman, unlike revenue, ang normal balance niya ay debit, di ba? So, ang gagawin natin, from this, i-credit natin siya. Yung mga expenses natin, no? Lalagyan natin ng amount dyan, ganyan. So, that's how we close that. And then, yung debit natin is the income summary. Okay? Yan lagi yung ginagamit natin na account title para i-close yung ating revenues and expenses. Now, para makuha natin yung total ng income summary natin, i-add lang natin lahat ng expenses. And following the double entry bookkeeping, kailangan equal itong dalawa, si debit at saka si credit. Next, after nyan, ang gagawin na natin ay i-close na natin yung ating income summary. Si income summary, ngayon, na i-close natin, this is actually our profit. Paano nangyari yun? Na profit siya. Di ba meron tayong income summary na credit kanina? And that is particularly for revenue. For expenses, nag-debit tayo ng income summary. Pag pinagbawas sila or pag kinuha natin yung balance ni income summary, no? Ang makukuha natin ay yung balance ng profit. Kasi revenue minus expenses, profit or net income, 'di ba? And magkaiba pa sila ng position. So credit to, debit to. So ibig sabihin may difference talaga between them, which is yung tinatawag na natin na profit. Now, si profit or pwede ding si loss, no? Depende kung mas mataas si expenses. Ngayon, kapag profit siya, ilalagay natin si income summary sa debit side. Bakit debit? Kasi yung profit natin supposedly ay credit, nasa credit side. Kasi mas malaki yung revenue, no? Nasa debit side siya. Ay sa credit side pala. Ngayon, kapag close na natin si profit papunta kay capital, we have to debit it kasi para ma-zero out natin si income summary at i-credit natin dito ay yung capital account. Okay? Capital account na yung i-credit natin. Okay? So, by that, nung close natin si income summary, no, si income summary dito, na punta na yung balance niya kay capital kasi yun yung credit natin. Paano naman pag loss? So, pag loss, babalik na rin mo lang. 'Di ba? So, capital dito, tapos, income summary dito. Yan. Pag dinebit si capital, anong mangyayari? Pag debit, syempre siya ay mababawasan yung balance ni capital. Kasi ang normal balance ni capital, di ba, ay credit. Okay? Nasa credit side. Pero kapag nasa credit naman si income summary, nasa debit naman si income summary, no? Ibig sabihin, si capital nasa nasa credit side. So, pag nasa credit side si capital, increase siya. Mag-i-increase yung capital natin. Because probably, dahil yun ay profit. Okay? Meron pang pang-apat na closing entry, which is the withdrawal. Si withdrawal, pwede na siyang idiretso na na i-close sa capital account. Paano? So, si withdrawal, ang normal balance niya ay debit, diba? So, i-credit natin si withdrawal account. Okay? Withdrawal, credit. Tapos, debit natin si capital account. Okay? Capital, debit. Yan. So, that is our closing entries. Yung apat na yan. That's what make up our closing entries. Now, para lang siyang journal entries, diba? Yung ganitong entries ay kailangan din nating i-post sa ating ledger para ma-update natin yung ating trial balance or yung mga balances natin per account sa ledger. Okay, huwag kakalimutan yon. So, same lang din siya with adjusting entries na kailangan nating i-journal at i-post sa ledger. Okay? So, that's how we do closing entries. Next tayo with the post-closing trial balance naman. After closing our entries, closing entries pala, ang ginagawa na natin ay yung ating post-closing trial balance. Mali pala ako kanina kasi nasabi ko na adjusted trial balance, After yun ng adjusting entries, yung adjusted trial balance. Pero pag after na ng closing entries, we do the post-closing trial balance. Okay? Ang importante dito sa post-closing trial balance, same lang din naman siya sa trial balance sa may debit, credit, and account titles, ganyan. And we also test the equality of the accounts by preparing a new trial balance after posting the adjustments and closing of temporary accounts. Okay? We verify the equality of all the debits and the credits in the trial balance. So, parang same lang talaga siya ng trial balance. Pero na-update lang yung mga balances natin. And apart from it, ang pinagkaiba ni post-closing trial balance is it only contains balance sheet accounts. As income statement accounts have already been closed and have zero balances. Pag nagko-close kasi tayo ng accounts, nasi-zero out na yung balances nila. Okay? Kaya ang natitira na lang yung balance sheet accounts. Okay? Yan. Ano yung pinagkaiba naman ng post-closing trial balance sa balance sheet? Sa post-closing trial balance, isang lang siya Kunwari, ito. Yan. Sa post-closing, meron ka kasi ditong debit tsaka credit. Tapos, listahan ng mga account titles. Wala tayong classification sa post-closing trial balance. Whereas sa balance sheet naman, may classification kasi tayo kung asset yan, kung liability yan, kung equity yan, kung current and non-current asset yan, kung current at non-current liability yan, and wala tayong debit credit sa balance sheet. Wala tayong debit credit. Kaya yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa, ha? Wala sanang malilito regarding sa difference nilang dalawa. Okay? So, that's how we do the post-closing trial balance. Ang laman na lang ng ating equity or yung mga equity accounts na lang natin dito sa post-closing ay yung ating capital account. Why? Kasi 'di ba, ang laman ng equity natin sa unang trial balance or kahit sa adjusted trial balance, meron tayo ng mga income statement accounts Yun, nandun yung revenues, yung expenses accounts natin, nandun lahat. Pero pagdating sa post-closing, ang laban na lang ay capital. Kasi again, we already closed those income statement accounts and may zero balances na sila. So, pwede na natin silang tanggalin. Okay? Okay. So, last topic na pag-uusapan natin is about reversing entries. Si reversing entries, optional lang siya na ginagawa. Pero siya ay part ng accounting cycle. Siya yung pang 10th step. Okay? So, optional, depende kasi yan sa needs ng entity and at the same time sa policy mismo. Okay? And ginagawa siya sa first day ng another period. Say for example, you are preparing financial statements annually. So, yung reversing entries, ginagawa mo siya on the next year by January 1. Okay? Kasi first day of the next period. So, si reversing entry, it is the exact opposite, no, ng adjusting entry made at the end of the period. Okay? And it is also a bookkeeping technique to simplify recording the regular transactions in the next accounting period. Okay? So, kaya siya exact opposite kasi kung ano yung dinebit at credit na column mo, na account title mo for the adjusting entry, papaltan mo lang. Kasi nga, from the term itself, reversing, i-reverse mo lang. Ang basis natin, si adjusting entry. And wala nang iba, si adjusting entry lang. Okay? Pero, hindi lahat ng adjusting entry ay ina-adjust or nire-reverse. Okay? Generally, made to adjusting entries that increased an asset or liability account. Again, kapag nag-increase lang daw yung asset at yung liability with the adjusting entry, yun lang yung gagawa natin ng reversing entries. Okay? And all accruals are reversed. All accruals are reversed and only deferrals initially recorded in income statement are reversed. Okay? So, may example tayo ng sequence ni reversing entry based on the book of Basic Financial Accounting and Reporting ni Sir Balyada. So, if ever na meron kayong ganung book, much better kasi makikita nyo yung pinagkaiba. No? So, let's try to open that. Okay. So, eto siya. Yan. So, makikita natin, para mas maintindihan natin kung paano nangyayari yung reversing entry, no? Kunwari, ito yung adjusting entry natin. We are talking about salaries expense and salaries payable. So, this is probably about accrued salaries. Okay? So, ito yung mga salaries na hindi nabayaran agad during the year. No? Kunwari, December na. No, December. Ang cut-off ay 25. Sabi natin cut-off 25. Yung 26 to 31 ay hindi pa naipapasweldo. Kaya yan yung naging entry. And ang value daw niya ay 1,800. Binibigyan lang natin ng context para mas maintindihan natin yung kwento behind this. Okay? Ngayon, itong salaries expense na to at salaries payable, ito nga yung accrued salary, di ba? Na mababayaran pa next year. Okay? Next period pa, probably by January. No? And then, pag nag-closing entry tayo, kunwari, i-close na natin yung ating income statement accounts, no, such as the salaries expense, which is a temporary account. I-close natin siya sa income summary. That's why we debited income summary and we credited salaries expense. Okay, from this one, na dinebit, credit natin siya para ma-zero out na yung 1,800. Okay? Pero from this one kasi, 15,600 siya. Kasi probably, may mga salaries expense pa na hindi lang accrued salaries. Probably may mga salaries expense na cash na or naibigay na yung salary mismo, no, for the month of hindi pala tayo December. Sabi natin May, May 31. Okay. So, ganun siya. Ngayon, dahil na-close out na natin si salaries expense, no, ibig sabihin zero na siya eh. Zero na. Pero meron pang laman itong salaries payable natin because this is a balance sheet account. Okay? Balance sheet account. That's permanent account. No? Ngayon, kung nakita natin dito sa adjusting entries, no, meron tayong salaries payable na credit. Ang indication, nag-increase yung ating liability. Sabi nga natin, pag nag-increase si asset or si liability, ibig sabihin, pwede tayong gumamit ng reversing entries. Okay? And dahil nag-increase na si liability, sige, i-reverse natin yan. Come next period, so May kasi to May 31. So, next period, June 1 na. No? First day. No? Dinebit natin si salaries payable na 1,800 and we credited salaries expense 1,800. Anong indication? Bakit natin ni-reverse si adjusting entry? Kasi we wanted na i-zero out itong yung salaries expense natin. I-zero out natin siya para pagdating ng payment, no? Pagdating ng payment, ang entry na lang natin, debit, salaries, expense, credit, cash. By June 10, yan ang ating ang ating entry na. Okay? Pero, sabi nga natin, optional si reversing entry eh. So, kung wala si reversing entry, ang magiging entry natin for the payment, no, is salaries, expense, salaries, payable, and then, debit yan pareho, and then credit cash. Magkano? Si salaries payable, 1,800. Si salaries expense for the month of June, June 1 to 10, kasi yan yung covered ng salaries expense lang, paano natin makukuha? 7,200 minus 1,800. So, sige, 7,2 minus 1,8, 5,400. Ibig sabihin, itong 5,400, ang total salary lang for the period of June 1 to 10. Okay, yan lang yung period niya. Si salaries payable, ang period nito ay May, sabi natin May 26 to 31. Okay. Sabi natin ganyan, no? And then, yung cash ay 7,200. So, ito yung magiging entry kapag walang reversing entry. Pero, sabi nga natin, kapag gumamit ng reversing entry, ito yung magiging entry for the payment mismo. Mas simple kasi buong salaries expense na siya. Iisa lang. Okay? So, that's how we do it. So, may mga may preference ang company, depende sa policy nila kung anong gagamitin nila. Kung i-follow nila si reversing entry or hindi. Nasa sa kanila yon, nakadepende din yon sa nature ng kanilang business. Okay? And that's the topic of closing entries, post-closing trial balance, and reversing entries. So, kung may naintindihan kayo or may natutunan kayo from this, again, I am requesting everyone to subscribe this channel and like this video if ever na may natutunan talaga kayo. Okay? This is in support to our channel para mas mag-grow pa tayo in the near future. Okay? And by that, thank you so much sa pakikinig. And kita-kits tayo on our next video tutorials. Thank you and have a great day ahead.